Lots of decisions that both of us are going to have to make this game. Lots of decisions. Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear me, I'm presuming?
I can.
Wondrous. Alrighty. This should be a very interesting matchup.
I will say you were not the opponent I was rooting to face in quarterfinals.
Oh, well, good. Honestly, truth be told, you know, would you rather have faced the Jotun army?
No, I faced him in regular season,
Yeah,
so
I
I
know, I
couldn't.
know. I
It
know
was
we couldn't have sent you with
no,
it,
it
but
was. I liked my matchup into Super Frog a lot better than my matchup into your army. So we'll see how it
yeah,
plays out.
we'll see. I think you're slightly favored, but that's just my read on things. And again, I think there's a lot that can go a lot of ways.
I have vivid recollections to the last game we played where one of us had Raylan and a dragon, and the other had a hodgepodge thing that I created.
Now, to
And
be
the
fair,
last time it went well for Raylan and the dragon.
there is no molten lava.
That is true. That does help the non-dragon army a little bit.
Yeah, well, we'll see how this goes.
Indeed, we will. I don't I have no idea how this I'm will be interesting. Um, lots of attack dice, lots of defense dice.
Yeah,
Going against me.
it's very much how this is gonna run down. I went with like super defense, and you went with super attack. We'll see how that plays out.
We're gonna have some like 5 or 6 attack into 6 or 7 defenses, and there's gonna be some variance. So yeah, alrighty. Let's see. I still think I like these orders. Do you have any problem with me with just revealing Ranjit after rolling for initiative instead of before? Because
Honestly, if I'm being
of the X.
honest, I'm just gonna assume that you're revealing Ranjit if there's any reason to. So like you can do it, but like even if you don't, I'm gonna just assume that you are. So because
I mean, I most times I probably will, but it's possible I won't. But yeah, I've just because the way he's written, technically, you're supposed to show the X before you roll for initiative, but like you can't do that online. So I've just been dumping the X off him right after the initiative roll.
yeah, no,
When we
I
use
had a
that.
similar thing when I played Shift Rex with his army, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do this, and he was like, cool. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do not care, and because it's one of those powers, it's like, why would you choose to not do this? Yeah, I'm basically just gonna assume that you're using it, unless for some reason you're like, I'm not.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Good luck.
You too.
By the way,
Here we go.
for some
Yeah.
reason, my system has been weird about sometimes I'll just double click or something. I think my mouse just might be so hypersensitive. If it does double click, it's always the first one, no matter what.
Okay. Cool. And my X is indeed on Ranjit. You have Shield, Raylan, main. All right. Gotta say, that doesn't look like a shield.
1 minute, I gotta do a thing.
Yep, he's I got a big guy who's gonna have wings in the way too. Are you sending Himmel to back also?
Yeah, I figure let's just do this nonsense now.
That's fair. It's a reasonable approach.
And then I never brought Himmel back.
Well, I mean, I would say if we could just, I would trade Himmel for Rakim straight up to start the game if you wanted. I have no objection to that approach.
Honestly, like it's interesting because like both figures are actually pretty solid against each other's army.
They are. I just want more of your order markers to have to be on main. Yeah, we both want to spread out order markers tremendously here, which is interesting. All right, Zahn Himmel. Let's see if I still want to put Himmel where I was planning on originally. That's one option. It's like I have to make a decision. The top down on these ruins is weird for counting out movements. It's really messing with me. I'm trying to figure like movements through the things. I don't think I've ever actually played an online game with these ruins in it before.
Yeah, neither have I. I think this is one of the first maps that's really got like that, and they aren't playing with like the above thing or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the landing spot, which is good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It makes
Although I mean, Himmel and Rakim would both like them, but I think Rakim would likes them more than Himmel.
sure.
Yeah, that's a pretty OP spot for double hex dragon with a ranged attack to sit on.
What that silly talk. Nilf and Koihan wouldn't love that.
He goes from being an A unit to an A plus 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 unit. Oh, I can't make up my mind. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where I want Himmel to go. Oh, there are two definitive spots in my mind. Himmel is going to sit on that perch. That surprised me.
Yeah, I definitely throw order marker surprises at you, don't I?
You do. Hmm.
Debating grabbing Balda and just running down and attacking with. And Shieldsmith at guilty, but it's like a really low risk, low reward.
Well, you know where my 3 is.
Yep.
It's on main or. Feels a little counterintuitive, but I'm going to shoot at the one who does not have the jungle. I'm going to shoot at the one who does have the jungle bonus. So I think this is a 5v7.
That's what I get too.
Okay. Well, looks like you'd have blocked it anyways. All right. Very aggressive.
Honestly, I feel like this is the move I have to make. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say why I feel
Mm-hmm.
it's the move I have to make, but I feel like it's the move I have to make.
I believe you. Okay. Well, not one of the spots I was thinking she might rent. So I have to make harder decisions. That dude's not covered. I definitely want to take that shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty certain about that move. I think she has line of sight on this guy.
Yeah, should.
Okay. Cool. So then the other two need to go places. Um, Four. He's coming. Yeah. Okay.
Boy, I wonder, man, I feel like I should get some explosion special attacks. Oh, wait.
Well, I might have placed myself differently had you had those in your army. Still considering a few last moment things here, but
No worries, no worries. Yeah, I feel like you've definitely got some more decisions to make at the moment. I'll probably have plenty to make in the future.
yeah, I'm good with this. Okay, I'm gonna start with the furthest back one, shooting up at Raylan first. Should be a 4v4.
Yep.
Girl shooting at. More offense on the first one. Yeah, shoot at Raylan again. Then. 7. You get 70. 30. Yeah. Yeah. Screw that. I'm gonna shoot at Raylan one more time. Ooh. Okay. I had some hope momentarily. Um, all right. I will take that. Oh, sorry, X on Ranjit as well.
Yes, I figured.
You have shield, Rakim. Expect you to have one on shield. Given that deployment, I want Valda. Nikitas are all actually going to stay where they are. I'm going to start with this back one, shooting up at Raylan. 4v4. Next one up at Raylan. Last one up at Raylan. That was some clutch defense. All right.
Yeah, I definitely needed it.
Right. Nicely done, Guilty.
Guilty's like, not today.
Well, I think I wanted to take the LEA, so I'm not 100% on that, but it would have been a much tougher decision if that dude had in fact killed, taken one life off him. Yeah, the shots in Raylan are just too good. Odds of that doing its job. I made a mistake on the Nikita's last turn. I should have pulled one of them back here to force that to be an engagement strike.
Yeah, I know. I saw it and I was like, well, if he's not going to stop me, I'm going to do it.
I did not see it. I did not see it at all. That was indeed a whoops on my part. Before I actually take the LEA, I want to make sure that we are in agreement that Guilty can see Raylan from here.
Let me just draw a line because I'm pretty confident, but there's one thing that's like,
Yeah.
let me line it first.
Go for it. Yeah, it seems pretty definitive.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, go ahead and take the LEA. He's guilty of something. I'm hoping it's murder. All right. 3v4 on Raylan. 3v4 on Raylan. Oh, guilty. 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 You useless gunslinger.
That worked out nicely. Ha 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 ha.
That was 5 attacks up at Raylan with all those dice. How is she still alive?
This is the reason why I put her there, because I was like, you're going to be throwing a lot of dice. I need to put her in the best possible position, even if it allows you to get more attacks on her than I would like.
Who is he going to attack?
There's definitely some interesting choices here, but I think the choice I have to make... Yeah, I think it's the choice I have to make.
Yeah. He could block that.
He could.
Oh my goodness, guilty! Wow.
Well then, that happened.
Alright, he can't kill anything, but he's 4 for 4 on defense. That was kind of silly. Okay. Now, what does Himmel do? I mean, Himmel still probably just tries to kill Raylan. I can block up there. And the upside with this play is quite massive, obviously.
Yep.
The downside is if I don't kill Raylan, Rakeem just eats me. That's not fun.
Yeah. So, choices.
I don't think I have much choice. So, really, like, if Ree's on Rakeem, he's going to be blasting stuff. He's going to move adjacent to something important and just start eating me. There's a bunch of really nice spots where he can just eat all sorts of crap. This. So, it's the upside. Kill Raylan, put a lot of wounds on Rakeem, and I have a chance. It's a 5v4. Just about to go nuts on my entire army. Yeah, I gotta try and kill Raylan. I can't do anything to a 6 defense Rakeem. Alright. Attack up on Raylan, 5v4. I should have led with that. That was far more effective.
I'm kind of laughing because that's like, there is no kill like overkill.
That's true.
Can Himmel fit on the fit there?
I think so. I don't. Let's see. If I flip Himmel around.
Because Raikim's wings are not very... Well, actually, that could work. How does... Do you have the Himmel figure?
I do, actually. It's not in front of me, but I can go grab it.
Well, basically, I'm just trying to figure out, is Himmel like a very curvy shape?
Let me. I just got it like a month ago. Give me 1 second to go grab it, and I'll try and describe it.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out if it goes over Raikim's wing or if it goes right attached to it.
Okay, I am back. Actually, I can send you a picture of it on Discord. Probably.
Because I know Raikim's wings are annoying, so.
Himmel's back is pretty flat.
Yeah, the position here makes me think that Himmel can probably fit adjacent to the actual
rock.
adjacent to the rock. Now I'm just concerned about whether or not Himmel's body interferes with Raikim's wings. That's really where I'm at this point.
How do you send a picture? Ah, there we go. Let me try to get a few more.
Ooh, that could be really tight. Because Raikim's wings are pretty low to the ground.
Let me translate. Use another one here. I don't have Rakim, however, so I don't have the ability to try to fit them together physically. I also don't have Himmel rebased, as you can see from the pictures.
Yeah, Cleon's not sure. He's chiming in on my stream. Screw it, I don't care. Go for it.
Here. Okay. Which do I think I'm probably attacking Rakim here. It's pretty greedy to try to attack the other dude first. He's pretty locked down, so yeah. Okay, Himmel will attack. Himmel will attack down on Rakim. 4 plus 1, so 6v4.
Yep.
That is my turn.
Definitely thinking through a number of things here.
I figured. Hill was friendly. It's a special attack, right? So no smoke powder?
Correct.
Okay. She's dead. right. Initiative is liking me so far today.
Yeah, it is.
Shield, Rakim. Just one Rakim. Hmm. Okay. I'm good with this move. I will start with this Nikita attacking Rakim 4v4. That was remarkable consistency.
Kind of
I
amazing,
must
isn't
say.
it?
Yeah. How did you pull that off? All right. Let's see. Uh, shield. Rakim. Has to. Shooting up at Rakim 4v5. should have declared earlier, but yes, my X was on Ranjit.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm just assuming that it's
Yep.
always on. But yeah, you wonder why I only had one order marker on him.
Well, now I'm wondering if it was your one or not. I think it was your one. It is not. Wow. You've been surprising me with these Shieldsmith order markers.
What can I say? They're good.
They are. I'm glad that their defense is 5 instead of 7 now, at least.
Yeah, they're still annoying.
They can do. They are. They are. They can still do painful things to me. These guys around forward a bit. Always have to bring up the others.
Dude, your defense is apparently 57% right now. That's impressive.
That is impressive. That's quite good. That is indeed quite good.
And it's probably the reason why you're in the spot you're in.
Well, guilty, yeah, because guilty's defense is 4 of those, and that was massive in both accounts. Guilty 4 for 4, and that was pretty strong. Where do these other two go? So their brutes are going to be attacking 5v5s there. That's pretty solid. 2 should be enough. We should be able to forward deploy the others. That's a lot. There. All right. 2 attacks on this guy. 5v5. No reason to berserk, is it? Oh, that was the order. Okay.
Yeah, I felt like there was a decent chance I could keep you from getting stuff, but I felt like I was really only going to get one opportunity with Raikim, and I felt like there was a decent chance he'd survive order marker 1, even
The thing I was most worried about was an order marker 1 on Rakim where he could kill both Nikitas.
Yeah, the thing is, though, if I do that, I'm basically just saying, hi, kill him with the brutes.
Yeah, you are. You certainly are. I don't know if it was right or not, but that was certainly like with placing order markers this turn because I had some significant like I felt like he could have certainly killed Guilty and Arkmer and probably the Nikitas as well. So I was trying to figure out where to stuff that order marker 1 on. 2, 3, 5. So I could certainly walk back. What do your main have? How many? So your main have 4 defense on this turn.
Correct.
Okay, because there's 1 order marker left on. Still kind of tempting to chain through them all.
Yeah, there's like a very good chance that you manage to do 2 wounds on Rakim order marker 1, even if I do that. So it's like, yeah. Honestly, I think I said to Doc going in that if I can kill Nikita's and or Guilty early, I'm probably in a good spot, and if not, I'm probably not. And that seems to be playing out right now.
Yeah, those guilty 4 for 4ing was just massive. Himmel will take an LEA and fly over to here. Start with this one. Not moving anywhere to this one next. That seems excessive. Himmel will walk, not fly, then attack this one. Again, walk, attack this one. This is ridiculous.
I can only do so much.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is not wow. Okay. Now I have to decide if I take another LBA to kill that last main. What do you have left? You have 1, 2 main, 5 of them. Himmel will walk to here and attack this dwarf. Himmel will walk to here and attack this main, or fly. I guess it doesn't matter. What is I? This is something.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I literally don't have any way to respond to that. Like, what the hell do I do? Like,
Nothing. This is ridiculous. Himmel is just a god, it appears. An untouchable god of a wyvern. Actually, well, let me before I do that, let me think where else could Himmel go.
yeah, only 61% attack and 57% defense. Psh. Anyone can beat those numbers.
Himmel will fly up to here and end the turn of death. I'm never gonna roll like that again in my life.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, honestly, odds are, yeah, like, I don't know, like I don't really even know, like there's no real thing that I can say, like, the dice just wanted you to win this game.
They very much did. That was hey, I had something lost something weird.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, though, it doesn't matter because you basically killed
No.
all my reinforcements. Well, not all, but basically
Yeah.
you did.
You have to run into engagement strikes all over the place.
Yeah, I was hoping to not have to do that, but here we are. And you've definitely gotten a couple of initiatives that were like really nice to get.
I've gotten all 4 initiatives in the order that I wanted.
I
I
will
lost I
say,
lost one and then won all the others.
yeah, and I wanted to win. I wanted to lose round one.
So yeah, we certainly both did with the ranged exchange. Well, Himmel will start by flying up to here. Oh, yeah, X is on Ranjit. And attacking down on this guy. Hey. Alright. Here you go.
I only have 3 of these dudes, right?
The Shieldsmiths? Yeah. You're good. He's dead. Uh, Starting up here, 5v6, I believe. Five v5 down here. Impressive. I will berserk. Starting on the guy in the south. Same one. I think that was just 5 defense down here.
Oh, I rolled too many dice to attack that one last time. Ran the Nikita. Oops.
Oh, did you think he was on height?
I did.
Oh well, I did. I missed it, so believe it.
It'll totally change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, it's yeah. Um, Nikita will move to here. She should be able to see through the ruin of this guy.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair.
5v5. That was rough.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like honestly, like
I owe you the coldest dice on the planet in a game at EscapeCon. I think is the only way to conclude that.
I mean, I just like yeah, like I mean, I think if Himmel doesn't go nuts in my start zone, I probably still have a chance. Like
Yeah, you definitely do. Himmel's like the brutes aren't good into 20th. That was not a matchup I was looking forward to.
oh yeah, no, I
Like
was
Himmel,
absolutely building the sequencing. I sequenced this very much the way that I wanted to. And I put Raylan on that 4 spot, which was probably more aggressive than I probably needed to be for this matchup. But the truth of the matter is that every other spot, you're going to be getting attacks of 4 or 5 on me. And I can put her on one of the shadow jungle spaces. But honestly, that's functionally like only slightly better than I just put her on like a 3 spot and you shoot at her for V3s.
if you put her on the shadow jungle, it also lets me get height, which means that it's harder
Exactly.
for Rakim to kill stuff when he comes up too. Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I had thought so. I was expecting a slightly less aggressive Raylan placement, something like here maybe,
Nope.
or a little bit back just to make me string out. But I mean,
Um,
I definitely agree she had to fly into the center of the map somewhere.
Well, the truth is, like 4v3s still kill her like in 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
like
true.
it's only actually I think it's only like 3 or 4 attacks. And since you're throwing so many dice with Nikita's, I pretty much have to put Raylan in the best possible position that I can get. Otherwise, she's just gonna die, and I need every single defense die I can get in this game.
I agree.
And yeah, I didn't get them like hardly at all. I mean, Raylan survived a number of attacks more than she should have, but everyone else, not really.
Himmel shouldn't kill 7 things in one turn very frequently,
Yeah,
especially
that
when
was
half of them there, and especially when they're all four. Like no one had
four
less
and
than 4
five,
defense.
4 and 5 defense. Yeah,
Yeah, that was nuts.
I mean, that just happens sometimes. Like, I mean, I don't, I guess like it's funny because I feel like yeah, every time we faced each other, like so, yeah. My basic game plan was 2 on Shieldsmith to start, and then Raylan, and then the next round was going to determine what to do. And because of the way you had your placement, I'm just like, I need Raikim into play here. Um, and I kind of did need to. I debate a number of options. I will say on round, yeah, I almost swapped Order Marker 3 to the Shieldsmiths that round where you took out a bunch of main. It wouldn't have changed a damn thing.
No, it wouldn't. At that point,
Yeah.
wouldn't have mattered.
So like, I
I
mean,
mean, even Ranjit by himself can kind of fight a squad of Shieldsmiths. Not well, but like it's not.
oh,
And Himmel was still chilling.
Cleon's pointing out that it was 7 move to get for your brute to get to the shadow space, but it's not going to matter.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he said it was 7 space. I rolled
Oh,
extra.
yep, he is correct.
I rolled
He is
extra
correct. I missed
defense.
count of it.
I rolled extra defense. You moved one more spot more than you should. Like like honestly, at that point in the game, we were just sort of playing it out to see how it happened. But yeah, no, like I don't really know. Like I feel like I sequenced this out to start the game right, and then you got a little bit annoyingly lucky with guilty. I like my attack
I
defense
got
is
exceedingly annoyingly lucky with guilty.
yeah.
More than a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I probably shouldn't kill him on that first shot, but like, um, it is a
The Rakim shot absolutely should kill him.
yeah, and so then if I do that, then what you have because your next order marker was on
It's on Himmel.
it's on Himmel,
Um,
and
so Himmel still would have killed. I still send Himmel into Raylan. Given Raylan's blank, I mean, if the dice ran out the same, Raylan still dies. I
yeah,
do half a wound less of
well,
damage
well, that's assuming
to
you
your
don't blank
dragon.
with Himmel, which is easier with 4 dice than but not likely, but
That's
yeah,
true.
um. I don't know. I definitely could have gotten hit harder with that Himmel attack on Reikium. Like the annoying part was like there was no good place to put Reikium that didn't open myself up to that possibility. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
just because no, you have 7 move flying and there's not
You had to
really
cover
much.
3 spaces. You had to cover 3 adjacencies to Raylan, and you only had the two. You could only cover 2 of them.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where like yeah, I made the moves I feel I needed to make. Like I there was quite a few times where I was like when I did that thing with Reiken where I just took out the Nikita. There was a couple other moves I thought about doing that were far more aggressive, like attacking up at Himmel, jumping down and killing both Guilty and a Nikita. But I just felt like I wasn't quite at the point where I needed the risky moves to win. I was getting there, but I wasn't quite there. Like, and I mean, even if I do attack Himmel up 3 times. Like I feel like yeah, if those are my 3 attacks,
I think going for the Nikitas and Guilty is a better play there than going for Himmel.
yeah, I didn't like attacking up at Himmel, but like attacking the Nikita and Guilty like in this it would have been like in this
The,
spot like there. There's just this
yeah,
asking to get annihilated on an initiative switch.
and I definitely put. I almost certainly put one on Brutes in that world when that happens,
Oh
and
yeah,
then the Brutes still walk in and
and that's the thing. Like, well, that was the reason why I was only one order markers because I realized that you could get at least one brute to Raikim, and you could Berserker Frenzy on Raikim if I didn't
yeah.
do shenanigans. So like, I felt like there was real like I would have loved to be able to do that, but there was just so much like this army just has so much offensive power that I have to basically make sure that you don't get those opportunities and
It's supposed to be fragile, but today it wasn't.
yeah, no, that's
The
the thing.
goal was a lot of offense and no defense, but somehow the no defense part just decided to not be true.
Yeah, and I mean, I will admit, I'm not sure I love that for Reverse the Whip Army, but I mean, it's working out for you. I
So
just,
frankly, the reason I went with this army is because all the other armies I liked were stuff that I might want to run at ScapeCon instead because they were all classic figures only. And so I was trying to come up with something that wouldn't take away ScapeCon
fair.
reverse the whip build.
I was like, main, I don't know if I'm ever gonna run main in something normal. Uh, Yeah, I mean, I feel like basically in something normal because just like they're so hard. But in Reverse the Whip, where I'm gonna be spreading out order markers like crazy, I thought they were a really solid thing. And then I was like, well, I should probably grab a screen and Raylan. And I was like, I haven't played Shieldsmiths yet. Let's do Shieldsmiths. And then I just threw around a couple options with Doc and
Oh, I like the build. I like the build a lot. I think that the order marker placement on the main is really difficult
yeah.
to pull off
Well, and
correct well.
yeah, well, and I said I threw I think Rachel and Rachel is an option, and Doc was like, I like that one. And I was like, cool, I kind of like it too, even though I've played Rachel before, but sure, go ahead. And then I threw Bull in as kind of a, you know what?
I
It,
saw in your last game somebody sat a
a main.
20th instead of Bowl.
Yeah, Captain Stupendous sat at 20th, and Shift Rex sat as Shieldsmith, so it worked the way I wanted it to, because
Why did they do that?
so Captain's it makes a little bit more sense because Bull has 4 attack against his entire army. It's
Still only
still,
gonna get one before he gets murdered.
I
One
agree,
max before he gets annihilated.
I agree, it's not the right play, but I at least understand that a little bit more. And if you are going to
I
drop,
mean, kudos to you for getting both of your opponents to make that
you
mistake
know,
though with the
that's the
army. Like that's
entire
impressive.
reason. Yeah, that's the entire reason Bull was in that army was just, is someone going to do this? And if they do, great. But most of the time, like pretty much, like it was funny because I remember in round 3, I was like, yeah, I'm not playing anyone who has the same army, same figure as our. Sorry, I'm not playing anyone who has the same figures in their army that I do anymore. And the guy was like, and Night of Light was like, what about Bull? And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I put him in there. I just was never planning on playing him. So yeah, he was basically in there as a trap card, and you know what? It worked.
It did apparently 2 for 2. So it's,
Yeah, no,
good, nice trap.
yeah. So it's funny because like, what was it? I almost would have honestly if I believe if so what happened is a last minute switch around of some stuff. Like basically the rankings switched just so slightly so that Earthling moved ahead of me. But if he hadn't, I would have had to play against his army. And it was funny because like I was looking at my potential opponents, which was basically you, Earthling, and Kevin, and I was like, oh goody, they're in inverse order. Like basically because like Kevin's army was the army I most wanted to fight against, but also the player I least wanted to fight against, and it kind of went down that list. And you, it was kind of one of those things where I was like, this could go very wrong, but again, you also have a lot of ways that your army can just die really quickly. So it was like, yeah. So it's one of those things like, yeah. And if I had to fight against like the Jotun army, I would have basically just like, I probably would have just like put Raylan in one of these like back spots, just put a massive wall of shieldsmiths, and then just fired with main until things were dead. At least that would have been the plan. But you know,
The Jotun army annihilated me. That was a brutal game.
it's a
Um,
yeah.
and he messed up the Jotun placement too, and let me just obliterate Jotun from 0, like all 7 wins on him and over 1 initiative switch, and I still got annihilated. I still couldn't kill the silly Dreadgulls
Well, I
coming in
mean,
with 4 attacks at the end.
yeah, no, they're incredibly good at their, yeah, no, like it's easily the best army in the pool, and he is very fortunate that he got handed an army in round 2 that could definitely take it out.
I'm very sad that I'm paired off from refacing Earthling
So yeah,
next round.
um,
Because I have to play Doc, I think, now, because Earthling can't play Doc and Earthling can't play me.
I think that well,
Oh, assuming Earthling win in the world
yeah.
where Earthling
So
wins.
so there was 3 possibilities. And so if Frog wins, let me see here. I'm trying to remember. If Frog wins, I think if Frog
Then
wins, you play Knight of Light. I was basically there was like because I'm technically the number 4 seed, so we'd play the number 1 seed Knight of Light if assuming no rematches, and Doc and Super.
I didn't know that they got seeded. That's interesting.
So basically, how the pairing works is this: once playoffs hit, essentially we create functionally a bracket, um, and we pair top to bottom. But the bracket is based off of first win loss record and then your strength of schedule. So your number 1 seed is going to, so basically since KOL and Doc were number 1 and 2 seed, we didn't have a 7 or 8 seed. They both got buys. And then because Earthling was the number 3 seed, he takes the number 6 seed, Super Frog, and I'm the number 4 seed, I take you the number 5 seed. Had I stayed on top and been the number 3 seed, I would have taken Super Frog, then Earthling would have taken you. But that's a rematch. So we break that one up, and then I choose. I think I choose. Right. I think at that time you were number 4 seed instead of number 5 seed, like you ended up being. So then I would have taken, because yeah, I was remember looking at this, and then after that broke up, I would have taken Earthling, and you would have taken, and then you would have taken Super Frog. So that's how our stuff works, and basically it's kind of brackety, and the only time we switch around the bracket is if it's going to be an in-season rematch.
So Knight of Light and Doc won't play each other next round then.
Correct.
Okay. If Earthling win, yeah. So if Earthling wins, then I play Doc.
Yeah, if Earthling
Doc
wins,
definitively.
you would play Doc, and
And if
yeah,
Frog wins, I play Knight of Light.
yeah. I feel like Knight
Okay.
of Light and Doc are going to be the favorites no matter who they get to play.
What is Knight of Light's army? I don't know what it is.
It's 3 times Death Knights, Kosamet,
Oh, it's that thing.
Borgos, and there was something else. Boreas just wrecked my entire army. Like
I watched the end of that game. Yeah, Boreos was just throwing like massive skulls at everything.
Well, and yeah, like if Boreas doesn't do that 6-on-6 on Raikim, I might still pull it out. But like he killed Raylan in like 3 hits, and there was yeah, no, like that game. I probably could have. I don't know. I think I should have. I don't know. There's probably 1 or 2 placement errors that I made in that game, but like he also played it really well. Did not give me a chance to really um, do stuff to Boreos that I wanted to do. So like yeah, but I mean it's definitely not an army that this army here is like you've got a lot more tools against Boreos than I did because like the main 2 attacks, it's not great, especially because Boreas would be running around with Thorgrim, so it'd be like 5 on 5 or 6. But when you have 4 attack Nikitas, that's kind of not as much of a concern, and Himmel can just kind of be like, hi. So, yeah. And it's a lot harder to block Himmel from getting to a spot than it is to block Riken from getting to a spot. So, yeah, like I said, I feel like Knight of Light and Doc are the favorites in their particular matchups, but we'll see. So,
Whoever, if you know, we shall indeed find out. I think it's very likely that Earthling will win that other game though. Jotun should be able to.
what? What? You mean the Jotun army is gonna?
I mean, Jotun and 4x of a bonding common versus a hodgepodge 1x is yeah. My money's on Jotun.
I mean, it could go wrong, but yeah. So like I think I said beforehand, I was like, I had Frog at like a 40% underdog and me at a 45% underdog. I still stand by that. I just By the way, it's funny because like, and I was playing Shiftrex's Ranjit army.
Yeah,
Ranjit is a legit option for that third order marker.
he is. He definitely is. I haven't used him until late game, but the order marker removal is really cool.
Oh, it's fantastic, and yeah,
And a 4 attack isn't nothing.
I was actually able to get some 5 attacks because I was able to just go onto height and just whack down on something. Yeah. Although I love putting Siverus with Ranjit, I just would not do it for Reverse the Whip because I do not like Siverus in Reverse the Whip. I did get to play him in both of my reverse rounds, but I do not like Siverus for Reverse the Whip.
It can definitely be broken in some matchups.
Just yeah, like Siverus can decide some things about the game that yeah, I'd rather not give
They're
my
not
opponent that
particularly
ability.
hard decisions either. Like
Well,
it's I have 9 range. I'm just gonna sit here and shoot things.
well, and it's not a decision that I want to give my opponent control over. Like I was a little
Yeah.
bit worried about my 7 defense shield smiths, but I also reasoned there are 6 of them, and I feel like 4+ attack and auto wounds are going to be decently common uh, in reverse the whip armies. So I felt like there was a decent chance that I'd be able to finagle something. Oh well, this is significantly better than the last two seasons I put up where I went 0-7. That was fun.
That is an improvement. That was
Yeah, no, it's just like I'm not even like I don't know if I was necessarily like playing bad. I might have been playing suboptimally, but it was just like everything. So many games had everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Well, not everything, but there was enough that went wrong, and I think I'd made some not so ideal placements and moves in some games, but like, yeah, still, yeah. But yeah, this was fun. I will make sure to catch you around in the future. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say to about this game other than, like, you know, I can only do so much against certain dice rolls.
this is true. Yeah. There's nothing you can do in Himmelgus to just kill 7 things in a row.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even, like, yeah,
You don't get there literally is nothing you can do. You can't take an order marker. You just sit there and watch things fall.
yeah, it's like the time when I remember I started in a game against one of my opponents in a tournament here in Oregon with 7 turns in a row of Viper Frenzies on order marker
Oh,
1, and my opponent was a much better sport about it than I would have been. But yeah, that's one of those situations where she's again like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and die then. So, all right, cool. We'll catch you around, Chris.
yep.
Have a
I
good
will.
night.
You too. Bye.